And so if you take that into a child who is very unruly, because hurting people hurt other people, and if a child is hurting inside, they will lash out. But it's trying to get to the root of that and to help them. So if you just think of it as they think in a different way, and what the Bible teaches is it's all, and as adults learn it all the time, it's a transformation of the mind. They have to see themselves differently. Because if you feel like nothing, you live like nothing, you act like nothing, you talk like nothing, your life just feels like nothing. So why wouldn't you be angry? So it's meeting a child or a teenager where they're at and going from there. But you need to have the Lord's strength. You cannot do it by yourself, and you're not by yourself. It's only through God's grace and His power that you're able to do these things. So it's not saying, oh, look at me, see what I do. It's see what God can do through even me. One wee boy, I remember when I was at camp, and I said to him, darling, don't do what I'm telling you or do the right thing because I'm telling you. Do it because you're worth it. You are worth good choices. And he turned around and he said, I'm worth nothing. And he believed that. And so this wee child who had been always in care and whatnot, he feels like nothing because his identity is what is happening to him. And I think in life we all feel like that. It's not, well, this has happened to you and you get past it. It's, this is who I am. And it's trying to get them away from that, no matter who they are. You say, look, this is not who you are. This has happened, but it can be different. A child doesn't act a certain way for no reason. So you have to look behind the behaviour. And once you do that and show that you do care, they are willing to listen. I'll give you an example of one wee boy who came to our club. And a lot of the children that we have don't have a father figure. And if they do, it's maybe not a very good role model for them. And we had one wee boy who was literally, used to bounce off the walls. But one of the men, my husband, came along to help, and he recognised that this wee boy was behaving a certain way, and he took him aside just in the hall when we were all there, and he just spoke to him. And just said to him, I really like you, son, and I don't want you to have to, you know, miss a week or anything like that. He says, why don't you just give it a wee go and try? He just spoke to him just nicely, and he did that for a couple of weeks. And you know, after that we didn't have a problem with that wee boy, because somebody gave him a wee bit of time. But also there's the guy thing. There's a tremendous amount of children, especially the boys, who, there's not a lot of guy leaders. We have a few. There's a lot of youth workers, but we don't have a lot of children's workers. And I know that some people are put off with all the guidelines and the this and that and the next thing, but a lot of these young guys have never seen like men that are willing to, you know, you play a game or they chat with them or they have a laugh or whatever. They need to have somebody who will spend a wee bit of time just chatting to them. But you don't just let them away with things. They know what the guidelines are, what's allowed. We have a yellow card and a red card. And a red card means that you have to leave, but then you get it explained why you've actually had to leave. But they are not bad. You say, you have a wee think about what you've done, come and speak to me, and if I go into the school and I know they're there, I'll say, come over and have a wee chat with me next week. So you're not just leaving it and going, you are a bad boy, or you are a bad girl. They're not bad. They're making wrong decisions for probably reasons that we don't even realise sometimes. But if you give a child time and care for them and love them through it, with giving them the borders, the guidelines that they must follow as well, because they need to have these boundaries. The boundaries are what make a child feel secure.